Introduction. There comes a moment in life when we realize that youth isn't forever. But that doesn't mean life stops being rich, beautiful, and deeply fulfilling. For many, turning 60 brings new chapters filled with wisdom, clarity, and yes, even renewed passion. But often, the body needs a little help keeping up with the heart. If you've found yourself wondering how to keep your blood flowing like it used to, or if intimacy feels a little out of reach lately, you're not alone. These are natural changes, and they don't have to mean the end of connection or desire. In fact, with the right care and nourishment, you can feel more alive than you have in years. This video is for you. Not just because we're talking about eggs, yes, humble, powerful eggs, but because we're diving into something much deeper. How food, love, health, and wisdom intertwine in this beautiful season of life. We'll share the story of Harold, a retired schoolteacher who thought his best days were behind him, until a few small changes, including how he cooked his morning eggs, gave him back vitality, warmth in his chest, and intimacy with the woman he loves. We'll explore the science behind how eggs support circulation, why that matters after 60, and how you can prepare them in a way that supports not just your body, but your soul. Because you deserve health, you deserve connection, you deserve a second spring. Let's begin. Story: Harold's second spring. Harold was 67 when he first noticed the change. He and his wife, Martha, had been married for over 40 years. They'd raised 3 kids, moved homes twice, and even built a little garden in the back together. But lately, something had shifted. It wasn't just physical, it was emotional. He felt sluggish, distant. Mornings were harder. He'd lost that little spark, that brightness that once lit his eyes when he touched Martha's hand. And though they still loved each other dearly, intimacy had quietly drifted into memory. One chilly morning in early spring, Harold sat at the kitchen table, staring at a plate of fried eggs and toast. Martha had made breakfast like she always did, but he felt nothing. No hunger, no energy. "I don't know what's wrong with me," he confessed quietly. Martha sat down beside him, her eyes soft with concern. "Maybe we need to change something," she said. "Let's start small." That very afternoon, Harold found himself at the local library reading about foods that support blood flow. He learned how circulation affects more than just your heart. It affects your energy, your mood, even your intimacy. And eggs kept showing up. But not just any eggs. It was how you ate them that mattered. Boiled, poached, scrambled with olive oil instead of butter, served with spinach or avocado. Foods that loved the heart as much as they loved the tongue. Harold made a choice. He began waking up early, preparing his own breakfast. Soft-boiled eggs with a pinch of turmeric and black pepper, a side of sautéed greens, and warm water with lemon. He cut back on heavy meats, began walking again, and even joined a Tai Chi class on Tuesdays. Weeks turned into months. One evening, as he and Martha sat watching the sunset, Harold reached out and gently held her hand. "I feel younger," he whispered. She smiled. "I noticed." They began spending more time together, not just physically but emotionally. Their connection returned, stronger, deeper. Harold's story isn't just about eggs. It's about how small changes awaken something much bigger. Understanding circulation and intimacy. After 60, circulation plays a vital role in every function of the body, especially as we age. Think of your blood vessels as the highways of your body, carrying oxygen and nutrients to your heart, brain, muscles, and yes, even your reproductive organs. After 60, these highways can narrow or stiffen, making it harder for blood to flow freely. This can lead to fatigue, cold hands and feet, memory issues, and difficulties with intimacy. Many seniors chalk it up to aging, but in truth, much of it is preventable, or at least manageable, with the right support. Healthy circulation is also tied to nitric oxide, a molecule that helps relax blood vessels and improve flow. The good news? Certain foods can naturally boost nitric oxide production, and eggs are among them. Moreover, intimacy isn't just physical. It's deeply tied to confidence, vitality, and emotional connection. When your circulation improves, your energy increases. You think more clearly, sleep better, and feel more emotionally open. That's why Harold's change began with breakfast, but impacted his whole life. By supporting circulation, he didn't just improve his heart health, he reconnected with his wife. He smiled more. He felt again. So, let's look closer at how something as simple as an egg can help you get there too. How eggs support better circulation. Eggs are often misunderstood. For years, people feared their cholesterol, but modern research tells a different story, especially for older adults. Eggs are a complete protein, rich in vitamins B2, B6, and B12, which help reduce levels of homocysteine, an amino acid linked to poor heart health. They're also packed with antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin that protect your blood vessels from damage. One of the most powerful ways eggs support circulation is through their content of arginine, an amino acid that helps produce nitric oxide, the same molecule we mentioned earlier that improves blood flow. Let's break it down. Choline in egg yolks supports brain function and helps reduce inflammation in blood vessels. Vitamin D supports testosterone production, which plays a role in both mood and intimacy. Healthy fats, especially when combined with omega-3 eggs, support overall heart health and hormone balance. Now, it's not just about eating eggs. It's about how you eat them. Avoid heavy oils or fried preparations that can clog arteries. Instead, aim for boiled or poached eggs for clean, low-fat preparation. Scrambled eggs with olive oil, spinach, and garlic, a trifecta for circulation. Egg salads with avocado and lemon juice instead of heavy mayo. Remember, food is more than fuel, it's medicine. Preparing eggs the right way. Harold didn't just eat eggs, he curated his breakfast. The way you prepare eggs can either support or sabotage your health. Here are 3 of Harold's favorite recipes, shared with love and intention. 1. Morning Vitality Bowl. 2 soft-boiled eggs, 1/2 avocado, a handful of sautéed spinach with garlic and olive oil. A slice of whole grain toast. Fresh lemon squeezed over the top. Why it works. This combo balances healthy fats, fiber, and protein, while boosting nitric oxide and circulation. Second golden scramble. 2 eggs scrambled with turmeric, black pepper, and olive oil. Add mushrooms, onions, and cherry tomatoes. Turmeric is a powerful anti-inflammatory. When paired with pepper, it becomes more bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb more of it. 3. Poached perfection. 2 poached eggs over steamed asparagus. Drizzle with a touch of olive oil and lemon, sprinkle with pumpkin seeds for a magnesium kick. This meal supports blood pressure, vascular flexibility, and hormone health. All key for men and women over 60. The key is to keep it simple, colorful, and nourishing. How Harold transformed his life. Within 4 months, Harold had more than just better mornings. He had a new lease on life. His blood pressure dropped from borderline high to normal. His doctor noticed improved circulation, especially in his legs, which had once ached during long walks. But perhaps the greatest change was the light in his eyes. He and Martha began dancing again. Not ballroom, just soft, slow dancing in their living room, music playing from an old radio. Harold started volunteering at the local community center, sharing his breakfast tips with other seniors. He even taught a class called The Morning Plate, where he spoke about how small changes had changed his marriage. "I thought I was too old to start over," he told them. "Turns out, I just needed better eggs." But Harold's real transformation wasn't just in his body, it was in his mindset. He stopped seeing aging as a decline and started seeing it as a return to what mattered: connection, energy, intention. His story reminds us that it's never too late to come back to life. Other tips. Harold Swears by Harold's Journey didn't stop with eggs. Here are 5 simple things he added to his daily routine that made a big difference. Morning walks. Just 20 minutes a day improved his mood and circulation. Warm water with lemon, a gentle detox and digestion booster before breakfast. Tai Chi improved flexibility, balance, and mental clarity. Connection time. 30 minutes each evening with Martha. No screens, just talking or holding hands. Magnesium-rich foods, pumpkin seeds, leafy greens, and dark chocolate to support muscle function and vascular health. None of these are magic, but when done consistently, they become a lifestyle, a rhythm that brings the body and soul into harmony. Closing. Wisdom, wellness, and a full heart. Harold's story is not unique. It's the story of anyone who chooses to honor their body and heart, no matter their age. You don't need grand gestures or expensive treatments. Sometimes, all it takes is a plate of warm eggs, a good walk, and someone's hand to hold. Aging isn't about decline. It's about refinement. It's about knowing what matters and choosing it, again and again. So if you've been feeling distant from yourself, your partner, or your vitality, take heart. Change can begin at breakfast, with simple, nourishing food, with eggs prepared with love, with the belief that your best days aren't behind you. They're waiting. Thank you for spending this time with us. If Harold's story touched you, share it. Let others know that wellness after 60 is not only possible, it's powerful. Here's to your health, your love, your second spring. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time.